Well, hello guys, welcome back. This is the episode where we are covering the opening titles theme for Cowboy Bebop. It's called Tank, and it was performed by the Seatbelts and composed by Yoko Kanno. It's one of my favorite opening titles of all time, and favorite anime, if you guys are into that. The music is very jazzy. It's a jazz score through and through for the whole show. And the beginning kind of has this throwback feeling that you might see from like a 70s TV show, like a Miami Vice or something like that. But with that being said, we are on episode 2, or part 2 of this series, and we'll see how far we go today. So let's go ahead and press play on and continue where we left off. Here we go. And while we do that, let's go ahead and put up the video. Why not? It's kind of more, it gives you that atmosphere and vibe. Here we go.
I think it's time to blow this thing. Get everybody in the stick together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Okay, and that's where we left off. Well, from the last week's episode until now, we did do a few other things, and that was just little touch-ups here and there with notes and trying to get them to sound as accurate as possible. So I did change up some of the things here in the beginning. As you can see in our notes here, we have all of these notes now. I think before I had maybe like half of these in there. So after listening to that a few times, more like 1,000 times, then I started to really hear just the intricacies and just those really small subtleties of harmonies that are happening in this. I'm not sure if it's 100% accurate, nor are any of my covers really, but this is kind of it's my best interpretation of getting these notes the best I could. I did scour the internet as well, and most of the stuff I felt didn't have the right notes. I would hear notes that weren't in the score of other people. Even one that was like from MIT, which was interesting. Anyways, so with that being said, this is my interpretation. We will do the best we can. Looks like Guy Shard is on board. Are my gums better? Yes, they are. Thanks for asking. I did have a surgery done, a gum graft recently, so I don't know if you guys are aware, but it's a gnarly procedure. It's like a 6-week recovery. I'm on week 2 now. I had a little bit of a minor infection towards the weekend, but after some antibiotics and still on it, it's going away. So yeah, little by little, I'll be able to talk normally. I'll also be able to eat food normally. I've just been eating soft food and like smoothies and ice cream. I'm losing a lot of weight too, which is interesting. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So we did have basically the first third of this done, right? As you can see here, we have a bunch more to do. With that, I am going to play you some things I transcribed myself over the week, just little by little when I had free time. I ended up just trying to pick out the notes, starting with the bass and going on from there. I love the bass line, by the way. If you guys are listening to this track in detail, really listen to that bass line. There's some really funky, some really dirty notes being played there. So I'm just going to play you my interpretation of the notes here. Okay, and then this last part I'll probably reserve for the next week's stream. I think this will give us more than we can bite off here today. So let's do that, and then hopefully by the end of the next week we'll finish this off. A lot of this is copy and paste on the third section. The ending is pretty cool. There's a lot more embellishments and things like that happening. Sounds a lot bigger, but I think this part warrants a few things with the chords that I analyzed. So I put down that here, but I think I'm actually one measure off. So let me try that again. So it's like a G. In some, with jazz, it's always hard to say with definite, like, this is like a G chord. There's always some kind of 11th or 9th added. With that, I try to stay away from that, only writing it when I'm sure. And, sharp fifths or flat fifths, any of that, it gets kind of confusing. So I always try to stay away from that when I can. But right now, you kind of set yourself up for this launch pad, or this little, you're jumping off the deep end. Love that part. Most of these notes will be right. As far as that goes, there might be some notes in between these too. Yeah, anyways, there's some cool things happening, and I separated this out into voices of like trumpet. You got your saxophone, alto sax, and then tenor sax, and these are my trombones, I believe. So anyways, there's a lot of funky things happening there. When I say funky, I mean in a good way. So right over here, you got your bass line. I'm just gonna play it through just because I was saying how cool it is. There's even some pitch bends at the end. I'll put it up. Anyways, that's what I transcribed. Let's actually play it alongside the music. Let me put that volume down for you. And okay? I am solo. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was playing. I'm gonna really analyze this as time goes on. These are some. I'm assuming they're tritone substitution chords that drop down. I'm not 100% on my jazz theory, but I studied it in school when I was in college back, I don't know, 15 years ago. But that's gonna be some kind of tritone substitution chord going down. It's really cool, really chromatic there. Love it. And then over here, I just want to check this one. I think this is actually off. Yeah, so that should be on that that pickup. Okay, so that is the bass line. We got that done. I saved some time doing that. Okay, so what I'd like to do today is maybe focus on the rhythm section first. We'll tackle that, and then we'll do the horns after. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and mute these guys. Hope you guys had a wonderful week. I'm hoping you didn't have to go through what I did with all these surgeries and recovery, but yeah, I think I saw some stuff earlier, Guy. It looks like you're really being active and releasing a lot of new music, so that's great. Good to see that. Okay, so let's see here. You got your bass line. there's also this organ section. I'm actually gonna mute it for a second, and I'll come back to that. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna really focus on that drum set and playing along with the drums, the bass guitar. So this is a recording. So it's like what we had here. Let me maybe just do that. But it's just a bit more hyped up. So I don't know what's if we could just use this and make it louder or what. Let's see here. Okay, and then there's that little dun da da, the launch pad thing. Okay, cha 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 boom. So you have 2 snares on 1, 2. This is a syncopated hit. 1 cha cha pop cha boom. 1 1 2 3 and dun dun. Okay, so then there's a syncopated hit here too, probably crash. So let's see. There you go. Okay, cool. So we got that. We don't need these little MIDI notes here, but well, yeah, this will be easier to look at. You got your snare. Okay, and then this hit should also be doubled with a hi-hat. Maybe a psst, yeah, like an open. I think there's some better ones up here. Okay, so let's hear that now. Okay, so after you hit that, you probably don't add a hi-hat on the first beat. You could add one here. I'm just gonna take it out though. Let's see, boom, and then start here. So then maybe these notes also we hit more on the shank side of the hi-hat, like that. So we just take all the downbeats. I'm not sure if we need even the 8th notes in between, but let's just take what we can here, and it's going to be probably for this whole section, but it will change. Let's kind of get in the ballpark right now. Let's see. There we go. Okay, all right, let's listen to the recording now and see where we're at. Okay, so up until here, I'll set a marker, oops, with a locator. We have a snare on 2, and it's pretty steady after, but it looks like we have a snare note, not on 2, but on 4. I mean on the backbeat. Right. So that, if that's the case, we just want to make that really clear, and then double with the snare. Cha. The hi-hat kind of opens up a little more, so I'm going to change that up. I kind of even like that more for the downbeat, and that as open, and then we could do that here. Okay, so okay, so this snare, that has a nice backbeat crunch, but what if we did that instead? Put a rim shot on that. Okay. All right, so let's hear how that sounds. Oh, sorry, one sec. Okay, All right, let's listen to the recording again. Okay, so there's some embellishments with that, and it's not 100% accurate, but that's the ballpark more or less. And then after this part, let's see. Before going on, let me just add this in. So there seems to be like a pickup note almost every time. So boom boom. Okay, so boom 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 boom. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Is there any crash hits? Right there. Okay, and then da ba da ba. So one da da, one and, or one and E, one 3 E, 3 actually is it 1 3 da da da. Ja 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 ja. Okay, all right, I think I got it. So let's add the crash cymbal hit right here. And we can probably go a little harder on that. Let's see what other crash cymbals we have. Or, let's try that. Okay, so this open hi-hat, it's okay. Let's see. So what's happening here is because there's a note right after it, it's not splashing all the way. It's actually canceling the splash. So let's just get rid of that. Right, and we can maybe bring this up a bit. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so let's do this drum beat now. So we have I think it was snare crash. Yeah, snare. So let's see. Okay, there's your first thing, and then we got snare. Maybe just a regular, not a rim shot, and then got a kick. So this kick will bump up just a bit, and you got either a hi-hat. I think it's a crash. So crack snare. I mean snare crash, and then snare hi-hat. So let's do something like that. Let's go. We'll just copy this on beat 3. Okay, and then there's another one, but this time it's a little softer. And you could probably take out the kick at the starts of these. You can mute it. It's personal choice there. Okay, so then you have this. Yeah. Or is it okay, so then you have chan cha cha one cha 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 cha. Okay, there you go. Open the hi-hat. Okay, and okay, cool. And then we'll come back to that next beat in a second. Now let's kind of fill that in. See, the snare starts first. Chops, chop, chops, chop, So naturally, you wouldn't play that with the right hand. So maybe here we would do like a sequence of notes with the hands. And I'll take some liberty to change that up a bit. So maybe on this one, we do like a tom-tom. Maybe snare here. Okay. Cool. And that's more or less the feel there. We're just we're hitting those notes with the ensemble. And honestly, as long as you do it a certain way like that, like as long as those rhythms are hitting, everything else fits in place. So I think that works. Hey Sam, hello bruv. Sam is in the house. Okay, so we have all of that in play with the bass line. There's also the bongo line here. I think that rim shot might be just a hair loud. Wow, that's hard. Okay, so yeah, let's kind of take that into account. So let's see here. What was I doing? Maybe we double this up the same way. Oh yeah, there should be a crash here as well. So we got a crash. Oh, actually, I do have it right here. Okay, so I think we're good. I think we're good. We can move on to the bongo set now. The bongo set will have a lot of busy rhythms. It's hard to hear. So a trick I do is slow it down and then just make sure this is in musical mode with your original recording. And let's hear how that sounds. Okay, so I kind of hear those rhythms. There's some fills here and there. Let me hear the beginning of this. There's a little fill there too. Okay, so it's nice to be able to use that technology so you can hear all those notes. I wouldn't know what to do without it. Back in the day when I was a drum teacher, there was this really expensive device. It was it was made by Tascam, I remember. And it was using a CD player, and the CD player would be able to slow down the track and pitch it. It was basically your old school analog time stretcher tool, and we used that for lessons to slow that down. I was at the cusp of that, so I actually didn't end up buying it myself, because then I ended up, the cell phones came out around that time in college, and I just ended up using my cell phone and laptop stuff for being able to hear slow down music. Anyways, before that, they had that technology, and it was really expensive, but it's all in the box now. So you have this. You got the little fill here. So let me go ahead and just do like a quick, it's like a 30-second note kind of thing. So, and I don't think it's on this drum. Let's see. It's like that. It's like that. And we'll just kind of mess with the velocities. It's kind of hard to hear that either. There you da, and then ba da. So you have ba ba ba. All right. Okay. Boom. Maybe that or ba ba boom. Yeah, we'll vary the sound there. So there you go. And then da da ba ba. Okay, and then here it's like it's basically following the rhythm of the bass and the kick drum here. Boom, 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 boom. So on the ands, right here, and here, we can probably take this and just go like that. 16th notes on these ones. So yeah, basically like that. And let's see. So that's kind of more or less the main rhythm that we want to match. And then here you can put like an embellishment of this. You know, something around that. And then there's some fills also. So after that, and then like I'm hearing like triplets or something. It's just the liberty of the player and the moment, but like something like this. Oops, let's get rid of that and something like that. That doesn't feel right. Da 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 da. Let's listen again. Doop doop doop. So it's low. That's it actually. So it is a triplet. It just has to really cut through, play very confidently here. Okay. Okay. So then we'll bring it back on the second half. When I listened to it, it sounded like there's more embellishment. Let's hear it one time slow again on the original recording. Yeah, I mean, it's really not a big deal, honestly, but you know, it's kind of it's doing opposites, you know. And then after that, next. Oops. I don't know if I can discern that from the drum set, but I'm gonna double that and then. Okay, so right there, it's actually the same rhythm. Da da bo da da bo do. Bo do do. Let's just double that. I mean, split that up, and then here. Da 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 da. Da do da do da da do da da do. Da do da do da da do da da do. Okay. Da da do da da do. Okay, so then if that's the case, let's move this over. Da 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 do. For en. So yeah, so this would go here. Da do da do da 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 do da da do da da do da. Ah, I forgot. That, do that. That, that, do that, that, that. Ah, I forget the rhythm now. That, do that, do that, that, do that, that, do that. That, do that, do that, that. There you go. That's it. Okay, here we go. And I think we got it now. Here, this is full tempo. Is my camera better? Actually, it's the same camera. Better lighting, if anything. And sometimes I have these low light compensation turned on, and sometimes I don't. I notice if it's on the compensation part, it'll like lag. So sometimes I forget to do that, and it just seems weirder. But hopefully, yeah, it's more snappy. Anyways, thank you. With that, I think we got the percussion section more or less done. Shakers are a little different in the rhythm, but I'm not gonna cry if it's if it's not so accurate. What's most important on the shaker is just to make sure it's more present here. So I'm gonna bring it up volume on 2 dB, and then let's see. So we got the bongos, we got shakers, we got drum set, we got bass. Okay, so I think we can focus on the guitar if there is any. Let's just listen to that. I don't really hear guitar, so it seems like the guitar just drops out, and if anything, maybe it's playing chords, but it's just really quiet in the mix. So I'm not gonna stress there. Let's go ahead to then the next part, the organ. Ha ha ha. Oh, I should also mention I missed this last week, but there's like these little. I don't know if you can hear that. I'll put the volume up, but there's like kind of a fun little sliding sound that's happening here. And with the music, I think it's there. I mean, I'm hearing it every now and then, and it's on the right side of the headphones. So I thought I'd put that in. And if anything, I could bring that up in the mix.
One is jam.
Anyway, so I think that was fun to do. It's just following the chords. Okay, so, and then after that, it could double and do these like da-da, da-da. Why not? Let's add that in now. So we have, maybe we do it with the trumpet notes, and I don't think we can do all, well, I mean, we could. Let's see. I'm not the best organ or keyboard player myself, although I am a percussionist, so I played vibraphone and marimba and stuff, but, you know, keyboard for organ is a little different. So right alongside, right here, it'd be kind of interesting to see how that sounds. All right, let's bring this over here. Okay, so again, that's the notes from the trumpet. I feel like some of it's rushing, but then it's like behind the beat actually. That's what I picked up earlier. Kind of reminds me of Thriller for some reason. this is debatable. It could be a G. And is it a E natural or E flat? So those are kind of notes that I just put in there, but after analyzing the chords, I'm not sure if that's the 100% accurate. So let's look at these notes together. So I'm gonna look at the bass line. Yeah, that sounds so Thriller right there. Okay, so that's a weird one. I'm assuming maybe I got that wrong. It's supposed to be a F. Yeah. That's probably right now. F. So this right here would be like a F. So it goes back, at least with the bass line, if you're seeing these notes, it makes sense. Although there's like a E. So I don't know why. Maybe E flat. Maybe I just heard it off a half a pitch. And I think technically this is like a C minor 7 chord on both of these. Okay, so let's see here. I mean, with that F, it's interesting. I mean, it's the 4th. You could argue maybe there's a 11th in here. So let's just say add 11 or yeah, something like that. So if there's a F, what if it sounds like that? I mean, we have to refer to the recording at this point. So let's just make sure that sounds good. I mean, it's really hard to hear in the mix. Right there. So that's the note or the chord here that I'm debating. All right, let's listen again. Maybe I do hear that F now. I don't know. Huh. Cool. So maybe we bring up these notes more in the velocity. Okay, so that makes a little more sense in the theory, at least with what I see here. And listen to okay, E flat. Is it an E flat 13th? Oh, this Cubase chord looks like a E flat, but it's actually E flatted 13 or flatted 6 or yeah, flatted 6. Sharp 5th, basically. A sharp 5th. Yeah. I would say sharp 5th. Okay, so let's look at the chords. Roughly it goes like oh, well, that kind of sounds cool with the piano and organ. Oh, and then actually something like that. And then is it E minor? I think it's an E minor, my bad. So not E minor 6. That's what it is. So and then your tritone. So, and then this chord. Flatted sixth is kind of weird. Sharp fifth is probably what I was going for. A G7 chord though? I don't know if it's a 7. It's probably more like a augmented, if that's the case. Is it major though? Let's just double check that real quick before going on. There's a B, so it's safe to say it's like a G augmented chord. I think. Let me just double check in our MIDI notes down here. Let's see. Where am I? So what we got to do is figure out if there are D sharps. If not, it could be just a G6 chord. I guess it'd be more here than there. So these are my sketch notes. So you have, yeah, it's hard to say. I do have this run that's doing a D sharp, and then this one's not. But this is the bass line, so this light green one. Interesting. Why did I added that in though? That's weird. Let's see. I'm just debating on that, but maybe I think we'll figure out as time goes on. I'm assuming it's more like a G6 chord, but let's listen to the recording and then we'll move on. Here we go. Here's the recording. Sorry, that's loud. I'm going to put that down a bit. Augmented? What do you guys think? That's important, I think. I want to lean towards that actually, but I'll go back and forth. Let's say augmented to be on the safe side for now. Okay. With that being said, let's move to the next part. So we got organ, we got the rhythm section down. Now we need to fill in the horns. All right. So one thing I should mention in the Glory Days patches that I've been using. I've sat down more with it, and I realized that I had some CC MIDI data switches on my tablet here that I was cleverly assigning to these patches. So for instance, over here, I have the Alto Sax, and once it's loaded up, you'll notice here you have these microphone positions. So I set them up where they have them controlling it at like MIDI CC data 22, 23. But then I realized there's some conflicts here in some of these other slots that they had. I had to turn them off because it was causing issues. And last time my computer crashed because of it on the stream. And the orchestral tools libraries are really cool. I mean, they have a lot of flexibility and options, but just be aware with this particular library, you got to be careful what you're assigned because there's like a million different assignments. By default, it's just the stock ones, and you'll see like most of them have some kind of designation to the CC data. Most of them are, just the typical ones, but I didn't realize over here all of these actually had something from like number 22 to 30, and that was conflicting with my other stuff, and it was just wreaking havoc. And it probably wasn't playing the right articulations, and so I just thought I'd mention that if anyone is using Glory Days. So you have this. We can kind of clean that up. I feel like it's a bit messy still, and hopefully I fixed all of those conflicts, but let's go real quick. Yeah, to me that sounds very sloppy. Of course, look at that. All these articulations are playing the wrong stuff, so let's keep them nice and short. Okay, that sounds better. Let's just go section by section. Wow, those trombones are really quiet. So let's go ahead and bring those up. So let's see here. What are we doing wrong? Let's bring that up. Let's bring all that. It's still kind of quiet. Yeah, what's funny about that, Sam, is this library is not part of the sign. I think I need to go up. Yeah, that sounds better now. Yeah, this is still Contact. They don't have a sign library for it. I was very surprised myself. Oh, that sounds better now. I think I had in the wrong octave, so we fixed that. Okay, next, let's go and listen to Trumpets. Yeah, that sounds a little weird. I don't know what I did there. Let's see. It's probably the articulation than anything, more than anything. So I guess we're in octaves here. Sorry, let me listen to the recording. Interesting. I don't know if this is right either. Okay. Now, volume-wise, this just brings this creeps up a little too much. So whether we do that or get rid of it completely, and then that one is really high. Okay, so here we go. Cool. And still a little loud. Could be just these articulations. So let's bring that down. Like that. Cool. Yeah, that sounds way better now. There's just some sloppy programming there. The other problem is those saxophones are a bit quiet.
3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Let's bring up the tenor sax only for now and see what happens here.
3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Okay, that sounds good. And then let's listen to this one. Oh yeah, there was something interesting. I'm gonna slow this down. in the original, there's some fluttery saxophone, and I wasn't sure if it was an alto sax or a tenor. I deleted that from last week, but I'm just gonna revisit that real quick. Yeah, it sounds like, I want to say tenor sax. Anyways, oh, I see. So maybe it's alto sax. Although the tenor sax might just be wrong notes. Let's double check here. So that's what I have on that. Let's listen again. Yeah, it's probably alto sax now that I think about it. So you have this, I don't even know, it's like it's doing a trill kind of thing. Let's get rid of that organ. So it's in this register. And then let's listen to that again. Maybe like that. So this is the legato patch of the same library. Let's listen and see if that's right. Oh man, sorry to hear. Anyways, I'm gonna try that. Okay, so there's that. Make sure that these don't overlap too much. And let's bring up the volume on this. The legato patches are really nice in this library. It's just trying to remember how it works. So this has romantic, which is like more vibrato. And it just intelligently, or supposed to, read what kind of legato or crossfades it plays, something like that. Oh, the legato runs legato. So, all right, so that sounds a little more accurate than last week's. Ah, man. Or maybe it goes high to low. Nah, man. Does it, maybe it hits it twice. This is slowed down too, holy crap. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I'm gonna try a little slower and see if I can hear it. Let's see. Let's get rid of that and see. Something like that. It's the best I can do. And then there's a different note here, I think. Oh, it's so hard to hear that. I think we're okay. All right, so anywho, now we can move on to this. Dun, dun, dun. This is the launchpad part that I'm really looking forward to. So it's really only 8 measures long. And let's hear how this sounds today. Ooh, after all fixing the Glory Days patches, I was really relieved because I'm like, man, this is an expensive library. And it's starting to sound better now that I'm really learning how it behaves. But there's still things I wish it had better, like a little bit more oomph to their trumpets. But it's a good library. It's a lot better than the session horns that's in here as well. Okay, so let's do the... maybe we work our way up. Let's do the Bari Sax, or I think this is trombone actually. Trombone. And I'll just go ahead and copy this down here. So these are notes I figured out earlier today. Over on whoop, whoop, and whoop. The trombone 1, 2, 3. And we also have the bass trombone. Let's add that in as well. I'm probably going to double up trombone 3 and bass trombone. Okay, so let's add that into here. Okay, so bum, 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 bum. Maybe we do short, long, long, a little bit longer. Right, like that. And then, so let's get rid of the high notes on these. And I'm not sure about this part, but let's figure that out later. Oh, let's mute that for a second. Most of these should be sustain. And then do that for the other side. If I was smart, I would just do it one time and then copy it over, but oh well. So here you have dun 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 dun. Let's change these out. Short, probably staccatissimo. Okay, so here's how this sounds. And honestly, I don't think this is 100% right, but chord wise, but that's what I heard at least. So there's like a C sharp or a D flat in that. Yeah, we'll figure that out later. So let's shape it now. Okay, let's get rid of this. And we'll go here. Yeah, let me actually listen to the recording once to just kind of see how that fits in the puzzle. And also, I could have wrong notes too. Yeah, it could just be tuning of that low brass. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So this is where this library. I'm curious to see how it plays. Really, it's that last note here. Boom. Okay, so we want a sforzando, and it might not be the exact timing, but let's see how this sounds. That's pretty good, actually. It's within that bar too. That actually worked pretty well. I don't think that's time stretched, or it's not like on a time machine basis, but it just worked so that we can keep that. Let's see. There's also this one, the crescendo. Let's see how that sounds. That might be a little too much, so yeah, let's do the sforzando instead. So it's like a forte piano crescendo. It hits loud and it brings down, and then back up. That works pretty well, actually. So what else do we have here? I think there is one more of those. I think there's Oh, I think there's actually notes in here too that are also jumping. I think I got this wrong. Huh, okay, it's really subtle, but I think I'm hearing a note, bum, bum, maybe here. Like that. Boom, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, So yeah, let's bring that up. Do the same thing here. So we have, and then make sure we do that also here. Oops. Did I do it on both of these? Nope. Okay. Timing wise, it might need to be pushed over in front of the beat too, just a bit. Boom, boom, boom. Now this one is a bit ahead. These sustains can also be a little bit harder and more definite. Well, let's just hear how it sounds with staccato. Okay, that's probably better. I wish it could linger just a little longer, but that's okay. Let's see. Okay, so that's probably the best we can do with the articulation, but that really does bring up more energy. We do that for both of these, right? Okay, all right, so let's hear that now. Okay, there's this I mentioned earlier. I wasn't sure how this would play with lower brass. I mean, I should say trombone 3 and bass trombone. So let's listen to the recording. I'm not sure if that's saxophone, but I attribute it to the higher trombones there. Well, let's see. Okay, so let's put that in both of these. Cool. Gotta love that sforzando right here. Maybe we push it in front of the beat just some more. Okay. All right. So we'll get to that next part in just a second. I'm curious now to hear the other parts here. Yeah, how should I do this? I'll just redo it. So this and this. Okay. Let's go ahead and do trombone 1 and 2 together. So I'm assuming we don't play that, but then we split off. So trombone 1, this is trombone 1. So let's put this out and delete. Actually, let's make sure we're an active part only. There you go. Okay. Go to the other side. This is trombone 2. Okay, now let's assign our articulations. Saving. There you go. These notes too, we need to change it up. Okay. All right, so almost there. Assigning our articulations, so we have staccato, oops. And then the last note, like before, we're going to assign that to our sforzando. I made these expression maps myself, just so you know. So when you're seeing this, you know, it's like, oh, that's cool. Well, it's a lot of work to put that in. But I think once you do that, it's a lot easier to read. I prefer doing it with expression maps and key switches for this reason, so you can see all the notes in one event, one part. It just makes things a lot easier to read. Okay, so what am I doing here? Actually, this should be staccato, now that I remember. Staccato. Okay, I think we're good now. Oh yeah, so the first note should be more staccatissimo. That's what it was. Like that. Same thing here. I'm not sure about this one. Let's do that too. Let's bring it down though. Okay, I think we got it. Nope. Gotta add that. Okay. Okay. All right. So what are we missing? This sounds a little quiet, so let's just bring it up. Okay, I missed this part too. Bum bum. Staccatissimo. There we go. Cool. Maybe we push that in front of the beat a little more. Okay, now I'm kind of curious. There's also this sforzando, just a short. Has to be a little longer though. That's the problem. this would be fun right here to see if that would work. Yeah, that's kind of cool actually. Let's see if we can employ that for all of them. Do that. Yeah, that's nice. The session horns here, which is that Native Instruments jazz horn ones, this actually sounds pretty. They have something similar. They have this little forte piano crescendo thing, 2-beat. It's pretty useful. I used to use that all the time, but I'm just hoping that this will replace most of what I used in the past with this, and then some. So. Okay, yeah, so I did change this up, didn't I? So what we should do here is treat this similarly and put notes right here. So there's your first, there's your second, and these are hitting staccatissimo as well, or you know, what if we change it up? What if we do this one? Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to experiment with these articulations, but what if I did the staccato tongue? So you stop the airflow with your tongue. I don't know. You can't really hear a difference, but it might be good to mix and match that too. So this one needs to really be brought up. And there's not much we could do besides something in the expression or here. I'm going to opt for that. Maybe go back down. Okay, now let's record the fading passes here. Okay. All right, we'll start here. Okay, so this one is like very drastic. I wish it was a little sooner. I don't know if there's a way to change that in the patches, but I know sometimes they assign time machine. I don't think this one has time machine. But if you could accelerate that so it would match the timing better. Okay, and then this one's just really loud. Let's see how that plays with everything else real quick. Let's see, so one more time. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put in these other things in. So everything up until here, this is tenor sax, this is alto, and this here is trumpet. Okay. Hey, let's see. Something fell off here. Yeah, it's just a little bit behind the beat. What else? Oh, it was this last note. This last note seems like a wrong chord almost. E with a sharp 4th or 11th would be, yeah, this one. Something's just sounded off though. Oh yeah, why is it doing that? So one of these trombones are hanging out longer than it should. Oh, there you go. That's the culprit right there. So even though it cuts off here, it's still playing. That's weird. So you can maybe I just let go a little sooner. No, that's like a glitch. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. It shouldn't be doing that. Well, we find more and more little things for this library. So, maybe change the release time a little bit. That won't do anything. Let's see. Yeah, that's the only thing I could do. What about the short sforzando? So if we change this over to this one. Let me play it one more time. And that's a little too short. So, what to do? The only thing I could do actually is render in place and just work around the bugs. So let's just do that. We'll work around the bug, render this in place by chopping it up, and let's do that. Great. Oh, that's awesome. I just saw your note there about the 4-part harmony. Yeah, it's not really taught like AP music theory teaches it in high school. I remember seeing that, but I didn't take AP theory in high school, but I was subbing a class a few times for a friend. Okay, so let's see here. This is it. Let's go ahead and shrink this down because this is a weird bug, so we'll just print the audio waveform instead. Also, we could probably compress this a little bit. So because we have a separate audio track, why not? Let's just add that in. Let's solo that. Oh, okay. I'm not seeing the blue right there, but it is shrinking that down. Okay. And then here's it without. Yeah, it's a lot more. Okay, so let's put that back into the mix. There you go. The timing's better now. Okay, so now that we have that little thing going on here, the last thing is just to fill up these two measures once this is saved. Okay, so let's go back to our notes. I think it's here. We have oh wait, what is this? This is Bari Sax. Okay, I guess I didn't have something for the trombones here since that part. So let's go ahead and figure it out. Let's bring this over and let's slow this down and listen to the recording. It's hard to hear that, but I'm gonna say that a lot. It's hard to hear that, but I think it is doubling what the Bari Sax probably would have been doing, or maybe the Tenor Sax. Man, it's hard to hear. I said it again. It's hard to hear that. Let's go a little faster, and let's see. So for context, I'm listening for the left side of the headphones or speakers because I think they panned the trombones to the left. Okay. I'm just going to take this rhythm. There we go. Okay, so we got the note. I think there's a two-part harmony here. Maybe we do the staccato tone on this one. So we go higher and then although I'm not sure why this is so quiet now. Let's see here. Sometimes this happens. I'm gonna just double check my routing. Using this spaces plugin, sometimes this turns it off, but it looks good. It just sounds so quiet all of a sudden. Maybe we have to just double that with this one. Okay. So for this guy, maybe we do a marcato and let it linger just a little longer. Ooh, that's maybe not marcato. Maybe we do a crescendo. It's not crescendoing in the music, but it's kind of cool. That works really well. But characteristically, maybe we do sustain and then just bring it down like that. Yeah, okay, so that gives room for the saxophone to do its run. Let's listen again to the recording. Yeah, it's really quiet on that last part, so even maybe here. With that, I think we should double this, so maybe we do this again. Oops. And then bring this down. Okay, but and maybe I did this wrong. Maybe these notes should be up where the Bari Sax would be. So C sharp, C, B. Okay, let's try that. So let's put this one in here. This is trombone 1. Hello. And then droop, zoop. And I think we could actually sustain these even lower. I mean, sustain longer, I should say. Cool. All right, let's make sure our articulations are set. Something sounds a little wonky there. Oh, It's this one. Sounds just really loud. So we'll make it a little tighter. A little quieter. Okay. All right, and that's slowed down. Let's hear it in full tempo. Okay, let's hope that works. So we have trombones done with the bass trombone. The next part would be the Bari Sax. That's the most logical instrument to check out next. So let's try Bari Sax here. I'm just gonna bring that down. So okay, so we got that. And we just have to assign our notes and plug and play here. So oh, you know what? This is tenor sax, sorry. So maybe not this one. I guess what we need to do is double the Bari Sax with the bass trombone. That's what I've been doing. So the only thing that's different is this note here. I think this is Bari Sax. That's a fast run. We're going to bring that into the Bari Sax. So like that. But then everything else should be aligned with what the bass trombone's doing. So maybe we just go ahead and put this in with the Bari Sax. Where are you? Right here? Okay. All right, so I just glued that together. And whoops, let's kind of level that. So yeah, so there's a big drop here. It would be nice to be able to change that to something like this. I don't know. Let's see how that sounds. Cool. All right, so okay, let's finish this off. So this one should be pretty easy. Let's do staccato tonguing, and then here, dun 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 dun. This needs to go down. So I wonder if all of this needs to go down an octave actually. So I don't think all these notes are right, but it's safe to assume Bari Sax and bass trombone will play similar notes. Okay, so I'm not sure about this part. Okay, let's listen to the recording. Okay, I see. So it sounds like this goes like that, and then it goes down an octave about on the 4, maybe right like that. And we'll see how this sounds. Okay, so maybe staccato. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this one we have to do a legato approach. And that's why I have two separate patches, one for the multi-articulations, but right here it's deactivated, but I just activated that. This is the legato patch, and we should probably connect them a little longer. Okay, and it sounds like this. Whoa, why does that sound so different? Oh, well, look at that. This is attached to strings for some reason. I think I did that on purpose, actually. Now I think about it. Strings. Huh. If that's the case, that's probably why it sounds so different. Let's route this to the string. Okay, that sounds better. Let's see here. Okay, now it's louder. And then let's just match the tone. This one seems a bit loud too. Man, maybe we do that over here too. Okay, so there's that. Okay, good. And the attack, it's a bit sharp, so maybe soften the attack there. Even then, that's a bit, just sounds a little artificial. Okay. And that's good. So then we can probably just do a little bit of a crescendo and down. Oh, looks like this is something. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize I was out. Sorry about that. How long was I out for? I must have pressed something on my keyboard or mouse. But yeah, we're back. We're back in action. So, anyways, and you probably weren't able to hear what I was playing too. Okay, 45 seconds. Oh, okay. Whew. Thank you, thank you. I had the chat window up, but then I had my mix window over it, so I couldn't read it for just a second. I don't know what happened there. Sorry, guys. This piece, I had someone from Barcode Music from the Twitch side ask, "What piece is this? Is this Tank?" It's from the anime Cowboy Bebop back circa 1990 something. Anyways, over here we have the tenor sax notes. So let's go ahead and put that in now. We're going to put this into here, and I believe they're in unison. Just to make it easier, we just do that. Now, I have a legato patch as well, and I might have to turn that on just in case. So, Okay, so all this melody stuff, it's kind of tricky to know what is best, but I'm assuming like any of this right here. Like all of that could be the legato, and of course this right here can be also legato. So everything else is probably maybe this one too. Sorry, I think I got that now. So after we do that, why don't we just take that low note and see how that works? So we're gonna cut that, and we're gonna put this into here. There's two of them, I think. Let's see. That one. Yeah. Great. So these are in unison. What's nice about this library, they sample two different tenor saxophones. So they both have their own characters, which will be nice. Let's just put in this as well. Something like that. Let's copy that over. Okay. All right. Let's hear that now in context. Okay, sorry. Let's see. I think I copied this one beat early. Okay. So it's a little funky. When I say funky, not in a good way. With the alto sax, it'll sound better, but there's something weird here. Okay, so let's bring up the volume for one. Okay, so this stuff. All right, so here we go. Let's turn this off for a sec. Okay. Balance-wise, we got to get this right. This is a bit loud. Okay. I'm just worried maybe all of this is a bit loud. Okay, that's better now. Maybe it was just I put the monitor volume too loud in my ears. Now going back to this, so okay, I don't know if that's loud enough, so we could bring up that, or we can just a quicker way is just bring this up. And maybe with these libraries, let's bring over the tenor sax a little more to the right. Yeah? Oh, it is. Okay. So all of them are like that, actually. And it's very roomy. There's just something off about that. Let me just double check here. Let's see. What did I just do? Oh, there we go. So for some reason, it just sounds so wet. Why is that? Let's double check the room mics. Okay, let's bring up the spot mic up and the tree down. Same thing here. We'll go like that and like that. Yep, it's still, is it the timing? The timing's a little bit maybe behind the beat. Okay, and then one other thing to look at is, are we in romantic mode? Yeah. How do we trigger that? Looks like we... Oh, I'm not sure actually. Soft release. So C2. Okay. Anyways, let's bring up the volume even more. Okay. Okay, cool. And I think I know why it sounds so roomy. By default, these libraries are pretty wet. So what we need to do is do this with a I like using a multi-band shaper, envelope shaper. And I actually shaped these to sound a little bit drier. I think that's why it sounds so different in my ears. So I'm going to do that with this one too. And let's see how that sounds. I don't think it did much, but okay. So let's just put that on hold for now. We can shape that a little better too, but with this one, we need to also assign our articulations. So let's do this, and then here, same thing. This one should be staccato. Okay, let's hear how that sounds. Okay, this should be, of course, a different note, sustain. Okay, all right, so I had an F in that recording, or I heard the F. So let's listen to that and just make sure that's correct, because that would be off from what we have here, unless it is a F, C minor 7 at 11 chord. Let's listen. Yeah. But then it sounds like it's on the left side of this headphones. No, actually it's right. So it's on the right, or at least right center. A little louder on these two notes. Okay, and we'll shape that. Yeah. It sounds a little weird, slow, so let's go back to the main tempo. Maybe like that. Yeah, okay, now let's listen to the recording at full tempo. Maybe one of the notes is on F, like tenor sax 1 is on the F, and then tenor sax 2. That sounds better. Okay, so bum, it's so short. Bum, if there's any way to make that longer. what if we did that marcato on the first note? Oh. We also need to shorten that though, so like that. It's a little bit better. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're getting closer and closer. Bum 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 bum. This also has a sforzando here, so we're gonna change that up. So first note. If this is tenor sax 1, let's go ahead and delete this one, and then second note, same thing. Okay. Sforzando. Sforzando. Let's hear the magic. Okay, good, and we can bring that back up. Okay, this one too should be sustained, although we probably want to put it here instead. Put it here. Okay, and let's see, anything else we're missing? Interesting, that looks like I don't have, okay, it might be louder now. Okay, good. So here, what if we went short, long, maybe staccato tongue on one of them and staccatissimo on the other one? Yeah. Cool. And then here, it's a little softer maybe in the beginning. Okay, and I don't know. Let's see. And is that the right notes too? I'm not sure. Oops. Okay, so let's revisit the notes real quick. Right. So what's the high point? I might hear a G in there. Let's go a little bit slower. So this is 114. Let's go to 100. Listen to the recording again. Yeah, so it was a run. The reason why I had that was because it has to land on a D, I think. That way then the next note is a C. But this probably is wrong. I mean, a pentatonic here? Sure. I mean, it might not be a D. Maybe the last note is a E flat, so then like that. Did I do it for both of these though? I think so. That would work, I think. So let's try that. This is at full tempo. Right, and honestly, that last part, it doesn't have to be so loud. We can bring some of that down and everything in both of these CC data. Okay. All right, so that's tenor sax. We got alto sax to do and trumpet. And after that, we're out of time. It's almost 9. It's almost 10. It's 9:50. So we can make this work. Let's try saxophone. So luckily, I did my homework ahead of time. A lot of this stuff I do because I want to learn, but I know a lot of you guys who are watching are also um, just jumping in and seeing how it's done. This is my interpretation. But what I do is at the end of my live streams when I finish the piece, so we're still on part 2, we'll probably do part 3, but at some point I'm going to release the MIDI files. Maybe down the road, Cubase sessions. I've been toying with that idea. If I do Cubase sessions, though, I probably would want to do it through some kind of Patreon situation. So if you guys are Cubase users, we would do something like that. But for now, the MIDI files are great. A lot of people have been downloading them, and it's just on my website. So just stay tuned whenever that comes out. I have a newsletter. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel or the Twitch channel, please do so. Any help goes a long way. So, oh, that's the wrong button, by the way. Huh, that's weird. 1 second. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Okay, sorry about that. I meant to do this subscribe button, but for some reason my num lock was not on a keyboard. It just, anyways, now you know my shortcut keys here. So with that, alto sax, right? Okay, so alto sax, we have now this one, and let's go back into here. And we have, whoop. Okay, so there's 2 alto saxes. I copied them into here, but I also have this little patch. I would imagine it's better in this format. So let's go ahead, copy this over to the other one, and let's just listen. It's just so roomy. Let me change the spot mics as well. Let's bring that up. Let's just go to 0. Let's do that for the other one. So the other one has it already. Looks like. Let's bring that down. Man, why is it so roomy? Okay, so this one. That's the one I need to change. And then I also did the envelope shaper, right? Okay, so do I have it on this one? I do. Okay, all right, so then okay, I don't know why it sounds so funky. Wow, that's not right. It's playing 2 notes. Let's see here. All right, thanks, Sam. Take care. Have a good night. So we have. Why is it doing that? That is so. I'm really confused. Okay, so there's a little bug, I think, unless I am doing something wrong here. Okay, that's the bug. So from the C to the B, it does some weird scripting. I'm not sure why that is on. Okay, well, there's a bug there, guys. I'm pretty sure, unless I have something else triggered, but that's a bummer. Let's see, slow layer, soft low layer. Maybe we turn this off and see what happens. That's just the programming, I think, and maybe the sample. That specific note in the samples is just weird. See, this one doesn't do it. So it's just this particular one. So maybe we bring it over here. That sounds better. So we might just have to do that. No legato for that one. No legato for you. So we got that. We have this one here. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's make sure that this sounds good by itself. Yeah. Okay. So 1 second. It's a bit loud, so I'm going to bring this down. Okay. Here. Okay, that note sounds a bit sharp. So I don't know what we could do to help that. I think, does a pitch bend work? It does. Okay. Luckily, we have pitch bend programmed in there. So let's, it sounds a bit sharp to me. That sounds better. And then let's turn off that right there. That sounds better. This one sounds good. Okay. All right. So going back to the programming side, most of this will just be in sustain, and then this one here maybe staccato on one of those. That might work really well. Okay, so then we have these two notes that are playing. So top note, I'll just do this. Bottom note, this, and then oh, I see. Da-da-da. Okay, let's see. This one should play that, and then this one maybe we do something else. Maybe we do that on the bottom one. Okay. And that should be sustain as well. Oops, sorry. Solo that. Maybe first note. There you go. Okay. Got it. Let's go back. Okay, so one other thing I forgot is this one here should be sforzando. Sforzando, here we go. Cool. Yeah, I think that works. Let's see how that balances with the trumpet. So the trumpet really kicks it off. Bum, ba, bum. And that one should be pretty loud. So, okay, so we're finally here. Let's put this into the mix. And we have 4 trumpets here. We're going to split them. Let's see if there's an easier way to do this. Okay, let's actually assign all the key switches first, and then I'm going to split them. That'll be easier. So make sure that we're in the right patch, though. So we have short, staccatissimo, and then long, and then we'll say sustain. And then after here we have another sustain. All of these probably can be staccato. Actually, let's go short long. So what I mean by that is with these shorter notes we'll do staccatissimo. And then over here, this might be more of a legato thing. Bum bum. Okay, so definitely here. Bum bum. Maybe staccato. Or sorry, this one. Maybe tongue. Okay, and then I don't know if this one's better. Let's see. That might be better because we need something that really accents through that. Hey, Cheyenne. Cheyenne's in the house. Okay, bum 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 bum. And this one too, I'm not sure, but it makes sense to maybe do a marcato. The only problem with that is it's pretty soft on the attack, so we just have to hope that will be covered by other things. Okay, so let's bring this up to speed. Okay, last note should be a sustain. Okay, so we separated all the expression maps, articulations, we assigned those. And there is one other situation here. I feel like it's missing something here. So let's listen to the recording. It's hard to get the context. I guess it would be safe to say there's nothing there, but I kind of like having everyone playing something at least. So let's see. So we have that low thing going on. So what if we did something like that, but like quieter. See, something like that. So I think that could work. Okay, and I really need to punch that last part. So, right. Hopefully that works. Let's go ahead now and split them. So here's the master. I'll just take that over there. We're going to go ahead and go one at a time. Delete. And assuming that there's just a two-part harmony here, we're going to go ahead and do this. And that is probably more in unison, although there might be a harmony there. Next, let's go ahead and put that over here. I'm assuming we could do two parts, so just the first two play the same notes, and then the next two play the bottom notes. So we have, although this one has a three-part here. I forgot about that. let's go ahead. Oh, it's actually 4-part here. Let's go like that instead. So then we have, okay. All right, so that's trumpet 2, trumpet 3, same thing. Trumpet 3 now plays the bottom notes. Let's see here. Let's see, and then we got that. Okay, and then the last one would be that, but it's a little different. So we got this here, and we go, whoop, and there you go. Okay, so that's that in a nutshell. Let's listen to just the trumpets. Ugh, man, I wish I had something there that it's just lacking a lot of attitude. And also, where did I go here? Where did I go? Oh, okay, here we go. So let's go back to where we're at. Okay, so I'm just having a problem with the articulations. I wish they sustain a little more. So maybe we do a marcato throughout. And then this note is a little bit shorter. See how that sounds. Okay, so here we go. Highlight this. And let's see how this all plays. Okay, it sounds a little tingy and artificial, but let's give it a chance with the rest of the band. Okay, cool. And I think this is debatable where it ends, but let's say we give it a little more tail, and then we go down on that. Something around there. Okay. Now, I mentioned it sounds a little bit tingy there. So what if we did like a staccato on some of them, and on others we just leave it? That sounds okay. All right, so let's go right over here. Or I like it a little shorter like that. Okay, so same thing here. I probably should delete this. I made it a little loud, too loud. Okay, so on this part where it's playing in unison, I think I'm assuming there's a harmony in there, but it's hard to say which notes they are. I'm assuming like a third below, right? Something like that. If it's a E tritone or E add sharp 11, something like that. right? And then same thing. Well, anyways, my point is, that could work. I'm also debating if we should change the articulation on some of these. So like maybe one of these will be sustain and the other is marcato. And then, whew, all this stuff is so loud. So because it's in unison, we can thicken it up by changing the bottom two voices and try something else. So the chords here are A7, A flat 7, and then G. So we could probably do it in either unison like this. I want to say unison, I mean seconds. Oops. I mean, that actually may work. Okay, let's listen to how that plays. Whoops, where am I? Right here? Okay. Let's just do just trumpets. Okay. Okay. Oops, let's see. These little notes are hard to assign and do it right. It just sounds so tingy or brassy, tinny, I should say. Let's do it all staccatissimo. Okay. Okay, and if that's the case, maybe one of the voices go even more. Here we go. Because I'm curious about this tritone, if I can make this work. Bum bum. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna have to mess with that, but let's listen to the recording. I think that's about right. So maybe one of these can go higher. I don't know, actually. It's just so splatty. Let's just play around with this for a second. Maybe on the last note we go shorter on staccato, just to see how that feels. Let's listen to the recording and see how that articulation ends. That's about the same length, so that was a good guess. Let's go back to our combination of marcato and sustains. So let's see here. This would be marcato. This would be, yeah, something. This would be sustain. There we go. this would be marcato. Okay. Let's see if we can get them shorter. Okay. All right, let's hear that in context with everything else. I think we got all the notes that I can pick out with my ears at least. That being said, I think we're good to go. So let's see. What am I missing? I think the last part is just a da 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 da. But there's some embellishments, so we won't have time to do that. But we should be able to finish this by the next stream next week. So I'm gonna just play it from here for a second to hear back. Something happened right there. What is that? Da-da-da. That's what it is. Okay, real quick, let's see. Yeah, it was just too long there. Okay. This part here sounds okay. But just to double check the notes and see if there's any bad notes. If that's not the case, there might be some kind of tuning. I mean, it's also articulation. Man, okay. So I'm gonna just double check and see if there's another option. What if we did staccato? Maybe. Let's see real quick if there's anything else I can try. Maybe, but yeah, so the tuning is the other thing. You know, maybe I'm going too fancy with these triple harmonies, and if that's the case, and maybe it's right, I just need to bring this part down so it doesn't really come through as much. We can try that. At least for the next bottom voices here, and see how that sounds. How did I do that? Oh, let's see. Bring that down, bring that down. Right. So that's a little cleaner. You kind of suck out some of that life force, and then the other thing was that's a bit short, so what if we go back to the marcato? So it's a bit thinner, almost too thin. So now let's bring some of that back. And that's interesting. It's like too quiet now. We're close. What if we did the sustain? And then maybe for these notes a little longer. Okay, and now let's shape it. Let's do it for this one too. It's really negligible, but okay, I think we're good. So let's go ahead and play it from the top and see how that all sounds together. Hopefully the scripting and all that stuff is good now, all the programming. Um, but I'm having a blast. This is one of the harder pieces to transcribe, partly because it's so fast, but it's also jazz oriented. So jazz theory, jazz harmonies are much harder to pick out for me, and my ears have to get accustomed to it. So this is great practice. Um, Anywho, this is the Tank Q, the opening titles music for Cowboy Bebop, composed by Yoko Kanno. Here we go.
I think it's time to blow this thing. Get everybody in the stick together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
All right, and there we are. Well, thanks, guys. This is the part 2 for Tank. Stay tuned for part 3 next week. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.